Hello, hello, hello. Celeste the Silver Cord here. Sup, witches? Celeste the Silver Cord here. And I am coming at you with, I'm going to start out our kickoff for us. I put Halloween in the titles, but for Samhain, this is the Witches' New Year's. You know, the veil is the thinnest. We're getting the most amount of messages right now. I know things are crazy with Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio right now. Definitely a lot of stingers are going to be out right now. A lot of accusations, mistrust. The most evolved Scorpio I know is my grandmother, but even her, I was just like, Scorpios, if they're not complaining about something, they're worrying about something. So, that's kind of what it's going to be. There's going to be anything you allow your mind to drift to right now, it's going to highlight that. And Mercury retrograde is also all about communication, technology, and transportation. So we're going to be having areas, difficulties in all those areas as well. For most people, I don't know. I've been looking around, and there's definitely been, I don't know, Aries seems to be having a better time right now than everybody else, which is weird. For the ones of us that have been doing all our inner work, we've had a lot going on, and a lot's been paying off, actually. Now, there's always, some people that are going to be struggling more than others, obviously, and things that are going on in the world right now, and balancing out all these karmic scales takes a bit of time. But if you have been doing your inner shadow work and realizing how you respond to certain things is how you exasperate a situation, and in evolved fire signs should be aware of how easily we do burn people, and why do we insist on burning people, and what good could possibly come from doing all of that. Sorry, this is officially my first video in the new spot up here. It's funny because I've got everything worked out online, so now I have to figure out how to do everything in the 3D. And if that is not a big message for what's going on right now with everybody anyways, right? What? Oh, what? I have all this stuff up in the ether trying to figure out what to do with it. But now, what do I do in the 3D to make all this start to happen for us? And that's really what everybody should be working on. But it's not enough to just sit around and visualize all the time. If you never make motion from in the 3D world, you're never going to get anywhere in the 3D world. I mean, that's just how it is. You have to be willing to get out there and tell people, it's just as simple as that. Look, I went to the Zen Den and I told them that I was a card reader. They asked me to come in, do a test reading for them. Now I've been reading for them for over a year. About a year ago when I started reading for them, I came up here to get a celebratory bottle from this Dot from her liquor store. And I told her I was a tarot reader. And a year later, here I am in the store next to her, filming a video for you guys, trying to figure out now how I can transcend from the YouTube world to the 3D world as well. Because I do so much more enjoy doing face-to-face readings. So any of my local clientele in the lower South Carolina area, just hop on over to the Coven the Silver Cord, and I'll be happy to tell you where I'm at. So you can come and get a reading from me here. If not, all the other reading stuff through the notifications below. Ooh. And I am not going to tell you what my special pricing is for the store, for face-to-face readings. But there is different prices for in-person readings. This is interesting, though, because I'm so used to doing all these readings all blocked off in another room or whatever, and now I've got giant windows that everybody can watch me doing this in, but I locked the door, so I have to find out a way to get like an air sign or something so that we got it. So what I'm going to be doing for everybody is kind of, if you ever checked out my secondary channel, I do have a secondary channel where I do cards and coffee every morning. It's a little bit more off the cuff. It's just a collective quick reading for Yeah, the collective in the morning with my first caffeinated thought, and that is the spread that I'm doing. And what I do is I deal out all the cards, and then we work our way back up, and then we will see how um, Aries will be doing for Halloween and Samhain for this turn of the wheel. You know, Samhain is one of the 8 turns of the wheel, and I'll be doing these for each sign for each turn of the wheel from now until the foreseeable future. Instead of doing every month, I will do the 8 turns of the wheel. And this is a promise I'm making to you guys and to myself now that the universe has blessed me with all this space, because that was my biggest complaint, was I didn't have space. Now I have more space and I know what to do with. All right. We're moving out of this conflict era. We're figuring out how to build on some skills there. And you got double 4s here. You got 4 cups and 4 of pentacles. So this is balancing out what you need to be focusing on and what you need to... Because the 4 of Pentacles could be kind of like, you know, balancing out being generous and being greedy. And the 4 of Cups is, you know, the universe trying to hand you stuff, but you're too busy looking back at the past or looking at what you didn't get what you want. And you're too busy focused on the fact that you didn't get what you want, that you don't even realize that the universe is offering you something right now. So you guys got to get out of this head spin that you're in right now. It's time to dive deep. This is the Ace of Wands now. This is diving deep into what you are passionate about. It's time to dive deep into these areas, because that is where you will find your balance for this. This is the rite of passage card for me. This is a rite of passage everybody must go through. If you want, you know, to walk through this earth without burning everybody and causing all these conflicts, you got to go through the rite of passage. You have to balance out what's really important. You have to get to the source deep within, get deep in the waters of your own emotions and find out where that fountain is flowing from. And then that way you can adjust the temperature to a more comfortable setting. Hope that makes sense for you guys. Oh my goodness, that was a weird analogy there. All right, we got Justice. Justice is coming. You know, Aries gets blamed a lot. We're called, we're flirty, so we're considered to be sluts. We are, you know, we enjoy very sensual things and we enjoy adventure. And we get accused of a lot of things and being, I don't know. Like, a lot of people like to think that we're angry at them all the time because we said something mean 2 years ago. And it's like, dude, we don't hold on to grudges like that. That's not what it is. This is all what the justice that's coming, that's starting to balance out. There's a lot going on with Libra right now, too. You know, they're our zodiac opposite. But, you know, Aries is the butterfly effect. We kick off a little bit of chaos. And then by the time it rolls out, everything starts rolling around towards the Libra side of things. Things start to balance out. And the scale starts shifting to the other way, you know. So justice is coming. There is going to be passionate messages coming in, and some towers, all right? And what we say about the tower card all the time, towers are not sudden. They're not sudden and they're not unpredictable. Towers don't just happen to everybody. Towers only happen if there was a problem in the foundation. So I see this message coming in, causing a tower. You got to be very careful with your words after that, because you do have the Page of Swords here. And this is words, sometimes people under the influence. Be careful. This will bring an end to this third-party situation. All right? Because look, you got the Page of Swords and the Page of Rods and the Tower in the middle. All right? Is tying into a lot of that, what I was saying before about where do your passions actually lie? Do they reside with the Prince of Fire or the Prince of Swords there, Aries? Huh? This is exactly why we get accused of being cheaters and stuff like that. Because are you technically cheating? No, you're not. But there's messages. What? You have somebody in your back pocket, in your DM, in your phone? You're going to tower your whole world. Tower has to come for one of them. All right? Make a decision. Get out of the three-party situation. It's making you miserable because that's not naturally in our Aries are terrible liars. I don't care. I said it. You can keep trying to lie to yourself, to the universe, to the world. The universe responds to who you really are. And Aries, evolved Aries realized at a certain point that we suck at lying, and there's no sense in lying about anything anymore, okay? That will keep you miserable and in a toxic cycle because Aries are very innocent and childlike, and we don't like lying because of the guilt that comes along with it, which is why we're terrible at it, and you will rat yourself out anyway. So you can wait for messages to come in, blow up your tower, or you can go ahead, kick it over yourself, dig down to the foundations, and find what is actually salvageable and what you really want. Time to put away the pride. Apologies. Time to put down the ego, put down the pride, and be honest. Time to put down the addictions. I told you the mushrooms popped up there before. And mind your words. If you are not in the right state of mind, how can you figure out anything? Naked before the stars. Naked before the stars and dead sober. All right? If you're going to be doing a ritual on Halloween or anything else like that, save the party until after the ritual. Do the ritual while you are sober, okay? This is important for a lot of people right now. Even if, a lot of people use, pot to transcend, to reach certain planes. This is really, this, especially for Aries, is calling you to get out of the fog. Get out of the fog. Once upon a time, you didn't need any of that to reach your magical states. When you were doing a ritual, you shouldn't need it either. Okay? All right. Well, that was specific for, my certain type of Aries. But yeah, personal rituals definitely, it's calling you out on this one, guys. And it popped up in the other cards. So don't be mad at me. It says right here, work with the element of fire. The element of fire heralds in new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. And then it says here, successful career, a happy working environment, pay raises, and promotions. All right. It's time to stop causing your own drama. Burn. I say down here in South Carolina, we do these things called controlled burns, where they go around, they burn all the brush to prevent massive forest fires. So, you can sit around like California and wait for lightning to strike and your whole state to explode. Or you can go around and start a bunch of small fires and have burn zones set up so that way if there is a fire, you're prepared for it. Make sense? Get it? Got it? Good? All right, Aries. I believe that is all the advice and messages that are for the cards for you guys for this Halloween, Samhain, whatever you want to call it, however you want to celebrate. Also, always remember, Halloween is when you are supposed to be honoring your ancestors. The origins of Samhain were you either dressed up as something scary to scare away bad spirits, or you dressed as an ancestor to honor them. They would dress up as somebody who died a few months ago sometimes, to honor that person so that person could find their family when they came to visit when the veil was thin. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your rituals this month. And I will be back for the full moon. I'll catch you guys there. And there'll be a lot more happening over here. I'm going to try and squeeze in some all signs and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do an all signs for the Mercury retrograde and just get specific for that one for you guys. All right. I love you as always. Like, share, comment, spank my bell, y'all. Tell me how much you like it. Click my like button, please. And let me know you appreciate. Comments, always appreciated. I love y'all. Good to be back on the ball. And I will holler at you later. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. I love you guys. I'll be back as soon as I can.